We are just a stone's throw away from the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame as we get set for football at First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Los Angeles Rams and the Cleveland Browns. Here we go, the final week of the NFL season, week 17.
Now, why would you think you're going to put 50 points on me, bro? That's very disrespectful to me to say something like that.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up
past the 30. That's very disrespectful for you to say anything to that magnitude. I find that to be, it's just very disrespectful and callous and cold, man. Come on, man. That wasn't even called for. 50 points? Damn. Okay.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Listen. Whirl it.
Now a first down throw. Gone. Throw right side is into the hands of his tight end, Everett. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice gain. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially, it's no gain on the play, and they'll remain a few inches shy of a first with 3rd down looming. An early test for this defense. Here we go on 3rd and inches.
17.
Here's gone. And he's got
I thought I canceled the play, actually.
You know, last week it was unbelievable how many times they were in the backfield. They had 7 sacks. Whatever they had for pregame meal last week, maybe they had it again.
I think they're going to continue to repeat it if they keep this up. But remember, we were at their facility, and we walked past the defensive meeting room, and what did it say over the door? Rush the passer. It's a philosophy. It's a statement. That's who they want to be, and they've been very successful with it.
Yeah, an opening drive sack. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Mayfield. And his first look is incomplete.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Watching that, Barney! Gun!
On second down, Mayfield again. Now he's forced out left.
Barney, let me jump! That was picked off. That was so picked off. Oh, wow. All right.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
Mayfield on first down. Being chased out left. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
I think the last two plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy, because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those two that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. Flush to his right. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 17. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
I think that interception happened for two reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
After the interception, here's Goff. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Carl Nassib. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. Here's Goff now on second down. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. Give him 7 on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12.
It's interesting because when I'm watching college football and I'm evaluating guys for the draft now, my list of fullbacks, pure fullbacks, it's a very short list. I'm probably evaluating more punters and kickers now than I am fullbacks, but it doesn't matter what you call the position, it's who you put there, and there we saw completion.
Super 66.
Throwing on third, Goff. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And
I'm hitting the wrong button, man.
Damn. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down. And this pass defense, they were sensational in the win last week, and they're looking good here so far in this first quarter.
You know, we often talk about how offenses get locked in, and that runs over multiple games where they're really, you know, in that zone. Defenses
having a
can
bad
be the
day
exact
today.
same way, and I think we're seeing an example of it here.
And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Open receiver, it's David Njoku. And he's taken down, able to slip across the 35. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. First carry for Carlos Hyde. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. Malik McDowell there to make the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, Those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Detroit! Detroit! Gone! 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 Gone!
Second down, Mayfield. Going up top. And they went for a big play through the air on second down. Couldn't connect. Now it's third.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
Gone! 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 Gone!
Mayfield looks to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Gordon. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards. Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46.
Back 99 Philly, here we go! Hot!
They go play action here on 1st down. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Josh Gordon, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down. So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that. But if you're a confident quarterback and to play that position, you have to be. You just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong with the ball. It is not you. Keep throwing. That timing usually develops.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
He'll definitely say that that's one he should have held on to. But when you're playing in elements like this, sometimes those bullet passes, those ones with a little bit of pace on them, they can be difficult to hold on to.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Lucky 56!
And again, it's Mayfield. The 20. Man open, it's St. Brown. He's got it. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That goes for a gain of 31. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. From the red zone now, Mayfield. And this one is incomplete. David Njoku was the intended receiver. And it's 2nd down.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle 3rd of the field where he threw that one. They run high. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, that he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
Here we go now. Green, 39.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield.
Oh, man.
Browns touchdown. Equanimous St. Brown with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Browns have taken the early lead. You always worry about the plant foot in the snow, but no problems there. And that makes the score 7-0. As they kick it as they run up and send this one away. Short kick here, fielded about the 17. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. They've had it twice, they punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
Now a play fake here on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Myles Garrett in there for the sack, and he's closing in on that all-time record. That's number 19 on the year. Back live now to begin the second quarter with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's the Rams with a football to get us going, but they face a second and long to start things out. Goff now looking to throw. They got a man over the middle. That's Woods. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a third down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Here's Goff. He's taken down. This will be a round sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Here's Johnny Hecker now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. That's pulled in at the 32. 39-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away. Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid game. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On second down, high. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on second down and short. What I like to say?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Hurry up, here we go.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. He's got his tight end. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Big yardage there for the Browns, 18. And let's not take for granted, in these conditions, that's never an easy pass and catch.
You really got to find a way to drive the ball. You know, get your grip. You know, that's why we see some of the guys now that put the gloves on when they throw the ball in this type of a condition. Sometimes the glove might make it too slippery. So you got to figure out what's going to work for you. But how about the receivers? Looking back and trying to locate the ball coming through snow and making sure they have full concentration.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Detroit! Back 99 Philly, here we go!
28. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be second and very short.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before that he always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Handoff comes to Hyde. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage just comes through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Watch it now, Barney.
A first down carry here for Johnson. And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Detroit! Gone!
They'll try to throw here. Mayfield. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Jarvis Landry, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Browns add on to their lead. That's why you got your star out there. Throw the ball to him. They did.
That's simply saying we don't care what coverage you put out there. He's so good. We're going there with the football anyway, and there's not anything you can do about it.
Inside the red zone, they go to him. He gets it done. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now the Rams offense, they work their way back on the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that,
and that's caught inside the 35. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. So, of course, they declined that there. They knew they had the free play. They got great yardage out of it.
It's kind of like when we were at dinner last night. You saw me reach for the check, so you ordered dessert on top of it, right? You say you had the free play.
Yeah.
Right? Already had what you needed. Go ahead and get a little more on top. I like it.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Following the penalty, it's Gurley. And a bunch of hold there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. To throw on 2nd down is gone. Dumps it off to Gurley. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
That's it, baby.
2 minutes remain here in the first half. More from Cleveland after this. This will be the first red zone opportunity now for the Rams. It's 1st and 10 from the 12. From the gun, here's Goff. Looking for Cooks, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 13. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
They start the drive with Hyde. But despite a little sizzle on the move, he's still tackled shy of the 20. Maurice Alexander making the stop defensively.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Here we go now. Blue landed.
Mayfield now on 2nd down. Throw left side, caught by the tight end in Njoku. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. Play action now. Here's Mayfield. He's going to float this over the middle deep. And that's caught inside the 35. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A gain of 39 that time. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
All right, now look at 56.
Now a 2nd down throw for Mayfield. This is caught at the end. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter. Here's 1st and goal, and gosh, points here, a chance maybe to put this thing away before halftime.
Set. Blue 90. Blue 90. Gone, gone. Gone, gone.
From the gun, Mayfield. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. He was looking to get it to Jarvis Landry that time. And now it's 2nd down.
The way he's been slinging it in the first half, you expect everything he throws to go for a touchdown, but I guess he's going to have to wait to try and pick up that 3rd, isn't he?
Yeah, I thought he had him for a second, but you're right, not to be. Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal.
Lucky 56.
Here's Mayfield. And he can't corral it. Maybe a big missed opportunity there defensively in the end zone. And now 3rd down.
All right, Captain. It's batten down the hatches time defensively. Dodged 2 pass attempts to the end zone. Now what do you think they're going to try and dial up on 3rd and goal?
Well, knowing them and knowing what we just seen, I think they're throwing it again, don't you?
I think you have to. I think in this situation, you've kind of run out of your running plays. Fire another one into the end zone.
2 incompletions haven't moved him any closer. And likely throwing again, you'd have to think on 3rd and goal here. Mayfield down. And that's going to be caught for Browns touchdown. Equanimous St. Brown as the first half is winding down. And the Browns add 6 to their lead.
Heard a coach talk about those late in the half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that can finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And the Rams getting set to go now. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. And he powers his way up past the 30. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Now on 2nd down, this is Gurley. And some room to roll now. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So on the heels of the run by Todd Gurley, another 1st and 10.
DC. 14.
The final shot before break here. Goal. And his throw is going to be incomplete. And just like that, on we head to half number 2. And how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are promised as the second half of Week 17 is underway. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators. They sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I'll guarantee you he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach. We can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
To throw, Mayfield. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Aaron Donald in there to get him. And that's sack number 12 for him on the year. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17. Mayfield off the play fake. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
So when you have good field position to start a drive and you give up back-to-back sacks, that can be demoralizing for a team.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long.
Hurry up, here we go. Green, 39.
Mayfield to throw it. That's out to Chubb, complete. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on fourth. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion. What you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And the Rams will go on offense here with a first and 10. Now the attention turns back to the Rams offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance to turn that into points on the offensive end.
Can you imagine what the grease board looks like at the half? Because
tell me.
That's exactly what they printed up. Stop them on defense, get the ball back for our offense, and go downfield and score some points. Now, the last part remains to be seen, but they got the first part done very well.
Do people use grease boards, or you mean their magic marker boards?
Yeah, those two.
So a decent game, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating? The guys who just gave up that play.
Now gone. And that's caught left side. It's Woods. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A gain of 32 that time.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
On first down, it's Gurley. Muscles him off. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47.
How about that, partner? That happened in a hurry. Sudden, explosive, gets into the backfield, and spills the play.
Yeah, he was AFC Defensive Player of the Week last week because of plays just like that. On second down, here's Goff. Throw complete right side to Cooks. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Throwing on third. Goff. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Jamie Collins. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. On now is the big leg of Greg Zuerlein. He has hit from as far as 61 away in his career. This to equal Matt Prater's record. It's a 64-yard attempt.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
So the missed 56-yarder, and now the flip side. Good starting field position at the 46 near midfield. They'll try to get the offense going with Johnson. That's the 35. He'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge.
Here we go. Detroit! Detroit!
Back to the ground. This time it's high. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. And he had a nice play there from his free safety position to hold him to nothing.
And, Brandon, remember when the free safety was always back away from the line of scrimmage?
That's changed.
They always had changed in a big way.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56. Back 99 Philly. Here we go. Back 99 Philly. Here we go. Take 4.
Third and long for Mayfield. Throw left side complete. It's Gordon. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. They do get 9, but it leads to fourth down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their own 37. Now Goff. And that is incomplete. Brandon Cooks, the receiver, goal shifter. And that'll bring up second down.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
Throws haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Second and 10, Goff again. He goes full extension, and he's got it. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
I know it looks like fun to guys like you and me. We're up here in the booth and to everyone watching on television, but are you kidding me? In the snow, that type of a play, in the cold, you know that had to hurt to make that play.
I'm just mad he didn't make a snow angel while he was down there. Opportunity missed. They go play action here on 1st down. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. Give him 8 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down. To the air again. Goff.
Hit the wrong fucking button. Shit!
Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Thought they had something going there to break that goose egg here in the second half, but to no avail.
Until that interception. What a terrific play, taking the ball away after it looked like they were starting a drive.
And now that shutout still standing. You know that's something those defensive guys are a
Not my day. I am mentally fried.
They're excited about where they are in this game.
Fried.
Following the interception, Mayfield escaping the pressure right. He's got a man wide open. It's Landry. And back him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. 23 yards on the play.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Out to the flag for Hyde. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 4 yards on the pickup, and it'll make it 2nd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
They'll give to Hyde. And he's got room. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. And third quarter here, you've got the lead. This is where that strong run game can really go. And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's the Browns football, and they've got the lead here as we start quarter number 4. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
Lucky 56.
They run again with 9 on 1st. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Michael Brockers in on the stop. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
2nd down, Mayfield. Pressure, he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Michael Brockers busting through to get him for a loss of 6. The Browns on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 17.
Watch it now, Barney. Barney.
Throwing, Mayfield. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. It's a nifty return of 29 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And that's going to wind up incomplete.
Yep.
However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
Interesting. Interesting.
On first and 10. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
Here's goal. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Robert Woods with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Rams are able to draw a bit closer. Zerline good with a PAT. And that will shave one more off this lead. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the Browns are able to cover this one up. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the fourth quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers, fourth quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it. Let me tell you, if you're running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's first and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. And now the Rams are going to halt things as they want a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. They'll run it now out of the gun. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up first and goal. Great time there to come up with his longest run of the night. We just saw it.
Leads to a lot of satisfaction because if they're able to hang on and win this game, you know what else will happen in the locker room after this?
What's that?
Head coach will step up and go, great job, guys. Because of that, come in a little bit later tomorrow.
They'll run for it with Hyde. And he takes this one in for a Brown score. Carlos Hyde, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Browns add on to their lead. So up comes Mayfield as his guys will go for 2. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Tough there, good pass, hit the hands, he just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere, seeing that play, Focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
You repeat. You talk crap. You get your head beat, and then you want to give the lame excuse why you leave the league. Every season you do the same thing. Come on now.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
You get killed, dude. You get killed.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. On 2nd and 10, gone. And he's taken down. This will be well sack. Larry Ogunjobi in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. Third and long. It's gone. And now he'll let this one go deep. Back over the middle. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. It's a down back at the 8-yard line. Myles Garrett in there for the 20th time this year as he continues what could be a record-setting season. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. Breaking the huddle, 1st and goal as the return team has set him up with golden field position.
Here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
They'll run high. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal.
Watch it now, Barney. Barney.
He's going to get it running right. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a couple yards there, and that's going to set up a long 3rd and goal. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've got an answer for it.
Njoku puts this one in. He's got it for a Cleveland touchdown. David Njoku, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Browns take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in.
I have to chalk it up to the weather, man.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Rams offense now making their way out to take over. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Here we go.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Goff turns and gives to Gurley. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. It's the Pro Bowler Jamie Collins that makes the stop. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
Goff now looking to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That goes for a gain of 31. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. On 1st down, it's gone. And his throw is incomplete. TJ Carey right there in coverage.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock Galvin away and bring up 2nd down.
Back to the air. Goff on 2nd down. This will be caught inside the 10. And they'll get this down to the 10. 17 yards is the pickup there for number 17. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now, because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
That's complete right around the 8. Now before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line.
4 down. Snooze. 5.
Again, gone. Nowhere to go. He lost the ball. And it's just picked up by the Browns. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 20. 10. And that should just about do it. They return it to the end zone, sealing it with a defensive touchdown. How about that for a momentum swing? You had it goal to go. Not only do you cough it up, but they pick it up and return it all the way for a touchdown.
And now you have to give
I couldn't
oxygen
do
to the
anything.
entire
The
team,
snow
because
seemed like my
what a
guys
letdown
were
that
stuck.
was. Terrific drive. Looked like
Moving
you're going
slow.
to get points. Instead,
No
the other
pep.
team registers them on the scoreboard.
Pitiful.
And it's no good. Oh, he misses the extra point, and our score stays right where it is. So here's the kickoff now, as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And they will not get a chance to return this one, as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And the Rams now coming out on the field. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Use that as ammo going
Exactly.
forward.
Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
And he'll get this one up to the 26. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Partner, you know I love to point out when teams break tendency and do something a little bit different from the norm. But when you run the ball in the first play of the drive, that's not a tendency breaker at all. That's just trying to establish yourself as you move forward.
On second down, Davis. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Well, partner, there's something special about a game in the snow. Just always fun in these elements, although a little chillier up here in the open-air booth. The